Welcome to the 515 Real to Real podcast, where we talk about TV, film, and all things related to the industry. I'm your man, Bruce L. Nix Jr.
And I'm your man, JT.
JT, what's going on with you, man?
Man, everything is good, man. Getting into this Christmas holiday, man. Everything has been busy.
Yes.
But it's exciting, man. I love this time of year.
Same here, man. I know you've had a lot going on. And as our audience can see, we are again not in the same location, but that is okay, man. We are still together as a
That's
unit
right.
on this show we call the 515 Real to Real podcast.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. And I'm excited for our next one because
Ooh.
we will be back in studio together.
Yes, the next episode will be the episode right before Christmas, and we will be back in studio, man. And we got some big things coming up on that episode, so I'm really excited about that one because the whole theme of the show is Christmas, as all the shows have definitely been throughout the holiday season. But that one in particular will be completely dedicated to the holiday season, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
but hey, on this show, we got a lot of great things coming up today on this show, man. A lot of things going on in the news this week. For our Be Kind Rewind this week, we'll be talking about one of my holiday favorites, the Best Man holiday, Johnny.
That's right. That's right, man. Who's your favorite character?
Oh gosh, man. I like all the characters, man. But if I had to choose one, I think Quentin or
Yeah,
Q.
man. I would say Q.
Q is
Q
my
is my
guy,
favorite.
man. Q is just he's that friend that just tells it like it is, but
Yeah.
has like a big heart though, man.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know. But
Quentin is that one who he may not just come out and say what the issue is, but he's going to show you what those issues are in a way that you can truly understand and then appreciate him for bringing it to the light.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And also during that segment, man, we'll have a special guest with us. We'll have Maurice Delane, who we like to call Big Mo,
Big Mo.
joining us on the show to talk about it because it's also one of his favorite films, and like he's a friend of the show. He watches the show, and he said whenever we talk about this film, he wanted to be on, so he will be joining us, and he will be actually in studio later on in the show when we talk about it.
That's what's up.
Yep. And also, man, we're bringing back a segment, Johnny, man, and I know you're excited to talk about this, but we're bringing back our Indie Spotlight segment, man.
Yeah, man.
Indie Filmmaker Spotlight. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
We're bringing back our Indie Filmmaker Spotlight.
that's right, man. A lot of people, they had been asking about it, and I understand we had got away from it because we were focusing on behind the lens, but we have to bring back that indie spotlight, man. And I'm super excited about this one and who we have in Mr. Roy Williams Jr., man.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, that's gonna be a great one.
They have such a great project, man. It's screened at Tribeca, and man, just a lot to talk about. But we'll save that a little bit for later on and let you guys hear it directly from his mouth.
That's right.
Yep. So, man, Johnny, let's go ahead and jump into it with some headlines, man.
Let's do it.
All right, here we go with the headlines, Johnny, man. I don't know if you've had to see it, man. Of course, there's been a lot going on this week. Last week we talked about the Warner Brothers acquisition from by Netflix taking over Warner Brothers, and then Paramount came along and they counter offered, and just really a whole mess, man. So we don't know how that's going to play out. But in other news, DC Studios just released the new trailer for the new Supergirl film that comes out next year, man. I don't know. Have you had an opportunity to view it yet?
I did. I saw that one.
Man, so it's basically definitely different from what we saw from Superman. This seems to be a little bit slightly darker take on the character. We got a chance to see Jason Momoa as Lobo in the trailer. I'll just say this, man. It didn't really do it for me, and I know it was just a teaser, but it didn't give me any type of. I didn't really get any excitement out of it, man. I do look forward to seeing the film, but I didn't really get a sense of excitement from watching it, man.
Yeah, same here on my end. But maybe how sometimes with these movies they put out 2 and 3 different trailers or whatever. So maybe this first one was just to draw your attention,
Yeah,
and
and
you're becoming
it was honestly
that
just a teaser
that
trailer. That's
next
all it
movie.
was. So it wasn't like a full trailer. I mean, it just gives us kind of I guess somewhat of a sense of kind of the tone of the film.
Yeah.
And we did, like I said, we did get a short, like very short glimpse of Jason Momoa as Lobo, who previously played Aquaman in the DCEU.
Hmm.
But Lobo is a role that like he really wanted to play. That was like his dream role, so he's getting an opportunity to do that. So we'll get a chance to see him in it. But Ally Milcock is playing Supergirl. She looks great. I look forward to seeing her in the suit a little bit more. They gave like a quick glimpse. They started the trailer off showing Crypto, who everybody fell in love with from Superman. So I don't know, man. We'll see what comes of it. Like I said, I didn't get a lot of excitement from the trailer, but I do look forward to seeing this film, man.
And same here. I'm looking forward to it, man. So we'll just have to see. Like I always say, we'll just have to see what happens.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. And next up, man. So another film that has done great this year, man, is Zootopia 2, man. It just
Hmm.
hit the Billy mark, man.
I know.
And it's still sitting at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, man. The film is doing excellent at the box office. It officially passed the 1 Billy mark worldwide, and it did so in record time, man. It reached the milestone in only 17 days after its release. This is making it the fastest PG rated film to ever hit $1 billion globally, and one of the quickest animated movies of all time to do so, man. I mean, this film has just really it hit the theaters, and it hit like a train, man. It just took
Yes,
off.
it did. Yes, it did, man. I knew it was gonna make $1 billion, man, and to see it still sitting at 91% on Rotten Tomatoes, man, meaning that this is a great family-friendly movie, man. The kids are loving it, the adults are loving it, man. It's just an amazing movie. The first one was great. I knew the
Yes.
second one would be too. So yeah, I'm excited for him, and I'm happy for him, man.
And here's the thing, man. I mean, we knew this movie would do well. Like I remember when it was announced, I thought it would do very well. I didn't know it would do this well. Like I thought it would. Like after the first week, I think it was pretty much a guarantee that it was going to make $1 billion. But man, at this rate, and especially during this holiday season when the kids are out and families are going to see these films, man, I really think it's gonna like really push past that $1 billion mark. I mean, like even further past that $1 billion mark, man. It's gonna do
Oh
very
yeah,
well
it,
this
it
holiday
will. I
season.
mean, I
Yeah.
don't know how much further it's gonna go as far
I
as
don't think it'll do
what
2 billion or
you
nothing
know.
like that, but
No,
I can
I
see
don't think
it,
it'll do that.
you know.
Yeah, it may get close. It may get close. I don't know how close, but it may get close. You may see
I don't know
it
about 2 billion. I
no,
think I can see it making
do
another 300 to 400
another
million.
yeah, I was just about to say that. It may be do a half or
Yeah,
whatever. But um yeah, man, this Zootopia, man. Hey.
it's gonna be tight, man, because as we all know, like this is the week that Avatar 3 Fire and Ash release. So we know that's gonna take up a lot of the box office
Oh yeah.
space because it releases this Friday, December 19th.
Yeah.
And man, I'm looking forward to this film. I already got my tickets, matter of fact, Johnny. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And if it trends the way that the previous two have trended, then that means we're looking for another two. At least we already know it's going to make $1 billion. But the
Yes.
question is, will it make $2 billion at the box
Will it
office?
make two?
Yeah, that's a matter of fact. I'm gonna ask you that right now, Johnny. Do you think this film will make $2 billion? And but let me weigh it for you though.
Okay.
So as we all know, like a lot of people haven't been going to the box office outside of going to see Zootopia or whatever. So fewer and fewer people are going to the box office or theaters. Do you think that this film is going to make 2 billion at the box office?
Man, what am I batting when you ask me this question? Am I 2 for 2? Am I 2 for 2 right now?
No, because I can't remember what film it was, but you said it was going to make $1 billion and it didn't.
And it didn't. Okay,
It
so
might have been like
one
on our very first episode. I can't remember what the film was, but yeah,
uh,
there was one you said was going to
one
make
for one.
a
I'm one
billion
for
and it didn't.
so 1 for 1. So will Avatar 3 Fire and Ash make billion. I am gonna go with yes. I believe it will. I believe it will.
I don't know, man. It's ooh, we're just in a different time right now. I think it'll
Yep.
get close, but I don't. That's one of those I can't even say yes or no to. I wouldn't doubt it. I'll say that I wouldn't doubt that it does, but I really don't know.
Yeah, we are in a different time when it comes to going to the theater and what movies are doing in the box office. But Avatar is one of those movies. I mean,
It's
it took
proven.
forever. It took forever for the second one, and then for the third one to come out so quickly.
Yes.
I think people are very, they're anticipating it. They're
Yes.
anticipating. They want to see it. So, and it's been getting some great reviews. So I believe that, I really think it'll hit that $2 billion.
Okay. Well, we'll
Yeah.
see, man. Like, what do you guys think? Leave us your thoughts in the comments and share your thoughts. Yep. So, Johnny, that's pretty much it for the headlines this week, man. We have a lot of other things to discuss in the show, man. But I know that you have some stuff that you wanted to talk about, or you have a question for me. What you got for me today?
Yeah, man, I got a question for you. Let me get
Okay.
that for you.
All
All
right.
right, man. So yeah, I got a trivia question for you today.
All right. What you got, man?
All right, man. So this one is ultra hard now.
Okay.
There you go with that. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So okay. So in the Best Man Holiday.
Mm-hmm.
All right, listen to me now. In Best Man Holiday, which character was originally supposed to die before the script was rewritten, changing the emotional focus of the film?
Wait, hold up now. No, you got to ask a question about the film, not stuff about the script.
This is about the film.
No, come on, man. That's not a part of the film, though. You got to ask a question about the actual film.
It is about the film.
No, you can't ask that.
Lord have mercy. See there? There you go.
I mean, because if we're doing that, I could ask the question like, so who was originally in like supposed to play the main characters of like Harper and Jordan?
Well, we talking about the script, we talking about the movie.
Nah, I'm talking about the movie. Like, so no. So I need a question about the actual movie, not about like which character was supposed to that. That didn't happen in the film.
But it's about the movie.
No, it's not about the actual movie. Not if it didn't happen in the movie.
Lord have mercy. You
You're
can't
trying to
come
cheat,
on.
man.
I'm not trying to cheat.
No, you can't. No, it's got to be about the actual film, man. You cheating me, man. You are.
Okay. So here we go. I'll give you another one. All right. So during the gift exchange scene in the Best Man Holiday,
Mm-hmm.
what specific item does Harper give Mia that quietly mirrors a moment from the Best Man?
Okay.
Yeah. Do I need to read that again for you?
Read it for the audience.
Okay, this is for the audience, not for Bruce, because he cheats anyway.
No.
So, so during the gift exchange scene in the Best Man Holiday, what specific item does Harper give to Mia that quietly mirrors the moment from the Best Man?
Good
All
deal.
right, that's it. So, but if you know the question, the original question, if you know the answer to that, you can send us an email or you can put it in the chat or whatever, and give Bruce that answer because Bruce didn't know that.
Yeah, please give me the answer because he was trying to cheat me earlier by asking something that wasn't even in the movie. At least this was something that was in the movie. So,
Well, whatever. Well, we're gonna see if you get this one.
all right. Well, hey, if you guys know the answer, please share your thoughts. Leave it in the comments. Send us an email.
That's right.
But Johnny, what we got next, man?
Man, next coming up, man, is Force and Steel. All right. So, Bruce, today's Force and Steel, man, is going to be a little different than
Okay.
what we do, than what
Well,
we normally do. Man, one of my favorite singing groups, even though they're not from Birmingham, they're not from Alabama, I know they're from Gary, Indiana. I
okay.
know this, but the Jacksons,
Yeah,
you know,
man. Love the
the
Jacksons,
Jackson
man.
5, or later on, the Jacksons or whatever, man. But always been one of my favorite. Michael Jackson is like my ultimate entertainer, man.
Yeah,
That
man. I mean, shoot, I've been listening to them all this holiday season, man. The Jackson 5 had a lot of Christmas classics,
a
man.
lot of Christmas classics, man.
Yes.
A lot of Christmas classics. But um, I'll give you a little history of why I'm using the Jacksons or the Jackson 5 as something forced and steel.
Okay.
So I actually never had an opportunity to see them perform, but I do know a little bit of their history here in the great city of Birmingham.
Okay.
So back in 1971, they played what was then called the Municipal Auditorium, which is now the Boutwell Auditorium, and they had a very epic history making performance here in Birmingham at the Municipal Auditorium, the Boutwell.
Wow.
Okay, and then again in 1979, the Destiny Tour came and they played at the BJCC here in Birmingham.
Wow.
So, yes. Now let's move a little bit forward to June of 1984. June of 1984, the Victory Tour. The Jacksons had their secret rehearsals for the Victory Tour right here in Birmingham, Alabama.
Wow.
A lot of people you probably know that, some people may know that now, but they did have their secret rehearsals for the Victory Tour here in Birmingham.
Yes.
Yeah. So Johnny, what does that have to do with Force and Steel? Well, again, in February of 2026, MJ the Musical will be right here in Birmingham, starting, I believe it's February 17th, and it'll run through maybe like the 22nd or something like that
Oh,
at I think at Legacy Arena.
awesome.
So if you get a chance, get some tickets, everybody, go and see MJ the Musical. You won't regret it. I'm telling you, man. And this is to help you get ready for the biopic that's coming out, man, that is directed by Antoine Fuqua.
Yes.
So
Super
something
excited
that
about that one,
all
man.
have been waiting for a very, very long time. I mean, we've had, some movies about the Jacksons. We've had a couple about Michael Jackson. We've had a flop, a huge flop in choosing and choosing a particular actor to play Michael
Hey,
Jackson.
man.
And
Stall him out, Debo.
I can't stall him out. Not
Stall
on
him
this.
out, Debo.
And I don't think it was Flex's fault, man. I don't think it was his fault. But Flex playing Michael Jackson, man. And I know the producers are going to put that picture up when we're talking about it. Seeing Flex as Michael Jackson, but please, please, producers, don't make me look like Flex. Please don't do it. I know
with,
you may do it
with the
anyway.
bad makeup and the bad hair,
Bad makeup in the hair. I know y'all still may do it to me anyway,
Wow.
but I'm pleading with you. But if hey, I'm a sport. I'm a sport. So hey, if you do it, I'm just gonna laugh at it when I see it. So hey, just do what you do. But if you get a chance, man, please go grab your tickets
Yes.
to go see MJ the Musical. Again, it'll be here in Birmingham, February. I believe it starts the 17th to around the 22nd. It could even go toward the end, even the end of February. But I do believe it's like from the 17th to the 8th to the 22nd here in Birmingham. So go get your tickets. Bruce, are you gonna go?
Man, I really want to go, man. I plan on grabbing some tickets and going myself, man. I mean, it just seems like it's a great show. I had an opportunity to see the young guys that are performing in the show on the I think it was like the Motown Christmas special they had recently
Yeah.
on TV, man, and they were performing a lot of the Jackson 5 classic Christmas songs, man. So they were great, man. So I really look forward to seeing this particular stage play.
Same here, man. Same here. But hey, y'all, that is Force and Steel for today.
Man, Johnny, I'm excited about this segment, man. It's our indie filmmaker series, man, and we got a special guest in the house with us, man.
Yes, we do, man. Bruce, we hadn't done this segment in a minute, and I am super excited that we're
Same here.
bringing this particular segment back, and we have this gentleman on. When I tell you, and when I first saw the trailer for the movie that we're about to talk about, I said, "Man, this dude is a phenomenal actor, man." I was like, "I have to reach out to him. I have to see about getting him on the show." And he was available, and so we made it happen, man. So today on the 515 Real to Real podcast, our indie spotlight segment today is none other than Roy Williams Jr. What's going on, Roy, man? How you doing?
Roy, how's it going,
What's
man?
happening? What's happening, gentlemen? Happy to be on. Happy to be on with you two in particular. I've been watching some things with you two. So, yo, thanks for having me, and thank you for wanting to talk about this amazing film and all that good stuff, man.
Oh yeah,
Glad to
man.
be
Yes,
here.
man.
Yeah. So well, before we get started, I see you have that NASCAR hat on your head.
Mm.
So where are you from?
I'm from Florida. I'm from Florida. Well, I'm from the South. So,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, I lived in parts. My dad's in the military, so I was born in Hawaii. I lived in Georgia for a bit and Florida as well. So I'm a good old Southern boy.
Okay.
So
Well,
the
I'm gonna
thing is,
get
I've never went to a NASCAR event. I'll be honest with you, but one of my first gigs that I booked was like a Jeff Gordon like commercial like way back in the day. So I got some ties, a little bit of ties to some NASCAR though.
that's what's up, man. But I'm
Awesome.
I'm gonna say
Yeah.
this: if you ever get a chance to, you're gonna have to come to Alabama.
Got to go
Mm.
to Talladega.
You're gonna have to go to Talladega.
Got to, right?
Have to go to
Got to.
Talladega. It is like nothing you've ever experienced
Yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
life.
Yeah.
I've heard that.
But I
I've
tell
heard that.
everybody, you have to experience at least once. At least
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
time, you have to experience it.
I'm gonna put that on my bucket. I've always kind of wanted to attend a NASCAR joint, but I just never had the opportunity. But Talladega, I'm gonna put that on the bucket list for sure. For
Hey, well, you
sure.
got the Alabama connects now, man. So feel free to
Right.
come on, man.
Whenever
Come
you
on down to
Yeah.
guys,
Alabama, man.
And
well,
I've been to Bama a few times. So I mean, I'm from the Panhandle, of Florida, right? So we just call that Lower Bama as it is. You know what I mean? So I've been to
yeah.
Alabama quite a few times. So
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, man.
That's
For
what's
Okay.
sure.
up, man. What's
So,
up?
Roy,
So
man, tell us about your filmmaking journey, man. How did you get started, man?
Oh man, so long. I'm gonna try to make this long story as compact as I possibly can. But it all kind of happened by chance, right? Like most careers, just kind of by chance. I was, a young kid, didn't really know exactly what I wanted to do at the time. I was working in Sandestin, Florida, at Nike Outlet.
Oh yeah.
Guy came through my line. He gave me his card, and it was a card for this play. And I've never done any acting in my life, right? So it was just like, you need to come and try it out. I think, you got a good look, and I was like, all right, man. I didn't think nothing of it, right? I was like, what do I have to prepare? Like, what do I need to do? It's like a monologue. I had no clue what a monologue was. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You know what I mean? I didn't know what a
Right.
monologue was, but I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna do it. But I ended up going home thinking about it, and I looked up what a monologue was, and I was like, man, you know what? Let me go ahead and get something. Just told me just to give it a try, right? So the only monologue that I could think of at that time was Denzel's Training Day monologue. King Kong ain't got issue. You know what I mean?
Oh
That one,
yeah.
right? So that was during that. That just kind of tells you like how long I've been doing it, right? So it was during that time period, and I remember because back in the day, I mean, we don't do like DVD. I mean, we still do DVDs, right? But I remember we had the DVD. I remember just putting it in my DVD player, just rewinding, fast forward, rewinding, stopping, and all that good stuff. But I end up getting like that off book for that monologue, have it memorized, and I went to the audition. I was nervous, palms sweaty, all that. Didn't know what to expect, but I ended up booking a small role. Ended up booking a small role in this play, and the play was called Hollywood Comes to the Emerald Coast. And pretty much, I remember just being on stage, and it was just like one of those. So I grew up playing sports, right? Baseball was my main sport. I played basketball, I played football as well, but baseball was primarily my main sport. And I remember just being up on stage. It just reminded me of being in a batter's box. It was that feeling of just like everything just is quiet. You don't hear anything. You're just kind of in the moment. You're just present. And I was just like, man, this is was like, I don't know what this is. This is dope though. You know, this is a different feeling. And I mean, I didn't tell nobody I was doing this play because to me,
Wow.
at that time, I was just like, yo, like this ain't a cool thing. You know what I mean? It was just like, I don't want to see nobody be, it's like I didn't know what to expect.
Right.
But nobody came. Nobody came. None of my close friends. My parents came, but I didn't tell nobody.
Wow.
But I remember that having that feeling on stage, and I was like, yo, I'm just gonna just kind of keep doing this, and I kept doing it, and it led me from one thing to another. Ended up getting representation. I moved down to study film in Orlando, but commercial agents, theatrical agents, print jobs, and I was hitting the ground running in Orlando, and it got to the point where I ended up getting representation out in California because I built up my resume enough through a friend because he gave me his contact. He had a manager out in Cali, and the manager was pretty much like, look, it was like, I'll sign you, but you need to be out here within a year, a year. And that was October of 2012, right? And just lo and behold, October 2013, we were out in LA, me and my wife, and it was just like we didn't know how we were, at the time when he made that offer. I was just like, yeah, I just took it. I was like, I just wanted representation, right? I just wanted Cali representation. And a year later, almost to the date, I end up, we're out in Cali by just like the grace of God. It just kind of just happened for us, and the rest was history, man. So I came here, was booking some TV jobs, and now we're here.
Man, that's amazing. I
Awesome.
mean, to go from working at Nike, in the outlet mall to someone
Yeah,
coming in your line and looking at you and
Right.
saying, "Hey,
yeah,
I see something." Something
yeah,
that you didn't even think about, something you didn't even know was there. I don't even know if you even, in your mind just would sit at home at any given time and
mhm.
just run lines or, would
Yeah.
just to movies like that or whatever. But to see someone to see that in you and that just changed your whole life, man. That
It
is
really
nothing
did.
but God. That is
Yes.
nothing
It
but
really did.
God.
It
And
was it was just just the events just kind of, I mean, and there's a lot of little things that happen, from that point to right now that's just by chance, and I don't believe in coincidences, what I
yeah,
mean? I think I'm here for a reason, and I'm doing what I'm doing for a reason. So yeah, he just came through my line, and I actually gave it a shot, and I just kept at it.
mm,
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
man.
amazing. So, man, let's get into the Lord of all future space and time.
Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, man, that
yeah.
title itself, I was like, okay, I really want to see what this movie is about.
Right.
So, tell our audience a little bit about the project, about your character, Wheeler, and what drew you to want to be a part of this project.
So this is your typical Western get back film. So I mean, what I appreciated about this, he kept with like, and when I say he, I mean Chris Paul Russell, the writer director of the film, amazing talent, dude. Just, I mean, you both seen it. Amazing talent. The writing's amazing. So here, let me start backwards. What led me to this film? One was the writing in the script, right? Carl had introduced me to Chris Paul Russell because obviously I've worked with Carl before, and I wasn't really familiar with Chris's work. After like obviously reading the script, I was blown away. I was like, yo, if this dude can make this, you know what I mean? If this is like the way I envision it, and if you know, and it was, and I was like, dude, like you've got to be bold as hell to try to do something like this. It takes, I don't know what kind of brain it takes to, you think you can do this as a short film? And he told me pretty much, yeah. And I was like, okay, cool. If you're that confident, then I'm on board. So obviously I got it, read for the role, and ended up booking a part, and the rest was history. So but typical Western, you know, the town's bad guy kills my wife. I'm out for revenge, and pretty much the rest is history. What I liked about the film, and added in that sci-fi element as well, right? So you get a little bit of like sci-fi, some futuristic. We go back in time. We play with time, the timeline. There's also some animation. There's comedy. There's a lot of elements in the film, and you watch it. It has literally everything. And I mean, as we're like submitting for film festivals, it's so hard just to like put this in like a box. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's like,
Right.
what is this film? It's like, yo, is it a comedy? Is it this? Is it that? It's like it's really a lot of different things. It's a drama. It's dramatic, right? There's a lot of drama in it. There's a lot of like quick whips in it too. It's comedy. There's some funny parts. It's like you can literally there's moments where you just laugh out loud. You're like, yo, that's funny. There's moments where you can probably get a little choked up as well. So the fact that he was able to Chris was able to add all of those elements in a short is rare because I've seen tons of short films and I've never seen anything like this at all.
Yeah, and you said it's the typical, but it definitely is not the typical because, like you just
Yeah.
said, it's so many different genres going on. Like
Right,
it's a little
right,
bit of
right.
sci-fi. Now the themes of a western, yes,
The
I
themes,
definitely get that
yes,
the
yes,
revenge, the
yes,
get
yes.
back, but with all the different elements, it's like I don't, like you said, I don't even think you can call this a certain type of genre.
Right.
Because it is so many different things. There's comedy, there's sci-fi, there's drama, there's of course that western spaghetti western feel to it.
Right.
So many different things all wrapped into this one short film, man.
Yeah,
And
man.
yeah, I'm in this for me, I felt it was important. I mean, I love the fact that he was willing to take a risk to have a black cowboy to play this role as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Me being Dyson Willer, I was like, yeah, I love seeing that on. You know, we've seen it recently, but I mean, to see it now in a film like this was really cool, and to take a risk because honestly, it's kind of a risk. You know, it's like yo, because it was an open role, open ethnicity. You know, and it wasn't necessarily it could have been anybody could have been in this role, but I was blessed enough to actually to read for it and to get it and I think it just adds a different type of, feel and element because it is a black cowboy and not the typical cowboys that we're used to seeing on screen, right?
Right.
Yeah,
And,
so
Yeah.
I
and
was going to ask you about that as far as you being that lead role in this film. And right now, we do see a lot going on when it comes to bringing out the history of the black cowboy, and to
Hmm.
have you playing that role, that does something for the culture, that opens it up a little bit more to understanding uh, our role during the those times in the West and
Hmm.
as cowboys, and being the original cowboy or whatever.
Right.
So to have you playing that role, what did that do for you as far as the culture?
Um, you know, it really didn't. I mean, when I got it, I was like, man, this is gonna be cool. It's gonna be a black cowboy. But I don't think it really hit me until honestly I was at because we world premiered at Tribeca in New York, right, for the film. And it wasn't until after we had our first screening and someone came up to me. He was like, and it was a black gentleman, and he was like, and you know what I mean? And that's all it was. It was a
Yeah,
nod. I was like, and then I realized I was like, man, I was like, yeah, and it's big. And then obviously I've been doing a lot of interviews and been talking about, the black cowboy now. And it's just like, yeah, and it's all just kind of coming together. So, I mean, it's huge for me, and I think it's huge for our community. And I'm starting to see a lot more sort of stuff coming out with the black cowboy, Jordan Peele's documentary and everything. I'm just like,
yes.
yeah, to me, it's like, yo, perfect timing. He's like, perfect timing. Um, but yeah, I think it's a movement, and hopefully we can just continue this for sure. Yeah.
And you mentioned submitting for film festivals, and you also just stated about doing a screening at Tribeca. Can you tell us about many of the film festivals and some major film festivals at that?
Yeah.
But tell us
Yeah.
about some of the film festivals that you guys have been accepted in.
Yeah, for sure. So we world premiered at Tribeca. We screened like 3 times there, and the feedback was absolutely amazing, phenomenal. And that was obviously Tribeca is huge, it's one of the most prestigious festivals in the world, right? So that was huge. As soon as I got that news, I was over the moon. And then we came out and we had our LA premiere at LA Shorts, which is another
Oh
huge
yes.
film festival. As well. So we did LA Shorts. Most recently, we did Michaud, um, which was here. That's another big one. Michaud Film Festival. We won Best Sci-Fi. Best
Congratulations.
Sci-Fi there. We had a lot of nominations. I think I got nominated for Best Actor there as well. And then we did Nuga. We did Film Quest recently. We had like 8 nominations at Film Quest. I think we won like Best Sci-Fi Short at Film Quest. I think Chris might have won for, and I could be wrong, but I think he did win for Best Director at Film Quest as well.
Okay.
We did Smod Castle, which is gosh, we did Smod Castle. He won Best, I think, Screenplay there. I mean, gosh, I think it's like we're on like Festival 11, and we
Wow.
got 2 more that we can't announce. We're gonna announce at the beginning of the year. So I will say I will be heading back to Florida in January. I'll be going back to Orlando, so that'd be a fun time. But yeah, and that'd be probably around like 12 or 13 festivals, and we just started in June, man. So
Wow.
it's been well received, and I'm just like it's just kind of just taken off. But I mean, when you watch the product, it just makes sense as
Yes.
to why it's doing so well. So
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Definitely
It's
well
a
deserved.
phenomenal project, man. It's a phenomenal project. So let me ask you this before we let you go. When people come to a screening
mm.
at one of the festivals, what is the main takeaway that you all are wanting them to leave the theater with?
For me in particular, when I go to the theater, I want to go see a movie, and I want to experience everything. I want to experience like that theatrical, like everything about it. I want to sit back and be entertained, right? And I want to see a good performance. I want the sound to just take over. I want to have moments to just get drawn in by the film. I just want to enjoy the film, enjoy the story. I want to be, um, just fulfilled by that theatrical experience, right? I don't just want to go to, theater and just, oh yeah, that was good. Eat my popcorn. Yeah, it was cool. No, it's like I want to come out there fulfilled. Like, yeah, that was worth my money.
Yeah.
That was it. Everything. There was nothing. We hit on all cylinders. They hit on all cylinders. The acting was good. Performance. I love the editing. I love this. It had everything that I wanted in a film. And I think for me, what I want from the audience out of this film is that, because I think that's exactly what it brings. You can go in there and if you watch it on a big screen, just it just kind of takes over. It takes you into that experience that is needed in a theater, right? It's one thing you can watch it on a computer and it's still a good film, but when you go into a theater and you watch The Lord of All Future Space and Time, right off bat, when that bag drops out of the sky and it's like,
Yeah.
boom, right? And people like literally in the theater, they're just like, poof, and it brings them in right away. It's like we've already won them right off bat. So I mean, it's that type of experience, and I love just to be taken for a ride, and I hope this film does that to the audience. Just take it for the ride. So
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like you can't really define like what type of genre this is because it has so much going on. Like I even
right.
compare it to a little bit like a Sinners, how like you really can't define what this film is. It's just a
I was
great
about
film.
to.
It's a film.
I was thinking Sinners when I'm like that experience. I remember my wife and I just going because we went to the theater obviously to see that, right?
Yes.
And something new, something fresh. And you
Yes.
go in and the performances take you away, they're directed, and I'm like, even the music, just everything just worked.
Yes.
It just worked. And yeah. Yeah.
That's the same type of feeling I had watching this project, man. So kudos to
Thank you.
the entire team, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, dude.
Yes.
So man, what's next for you?
Um, I got a couple of things in line. I'm currently reading 2 scripts, 2 features. Hopefully that will be made next year. That's what we're hoping for. I do have 2 shows coming out next year as well. That should be airing next year as well. It's a show called Angel that'll be on BET Plus. I'm recurring in that, and a show called Jupiter Jones. I'm recurring in that like a major recurring, like a 6-7 episodes. Play a terrible human being, but that I'll be out once that comes out. I'll promote it. But yeah, I play a terrible human being. But I got a couple of shows coming out, man. I can't wait till those drop. So that'll be out in May. I'm not sure when Angel's going to drop, but that'll drop at some point next year as well.
Roy,
So
man, we
yeah.
appreciate you joining us on the show, man. Again, congratulations on the project. We look forward to seeing more from you. And man, we wish you and your family a happy holidays, man.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays to you
Thank you.
too.
Yeah,
Sure.
man. We really enjoyed having you on, man.
All right. Thank you,
Awesome.
gentlemen.
Thank you, man. Everybody, Roy Williams Jr.
Just getting started.
Man, so this week's Take Two is a little bit different, man. Of course, we've been sticking to the holiday theme with all of these segments that we've been doing during the holiday season. Last week for Take Two, we talked about some of our holiday favorites. But this particular week, Johnny, I wanted to save this one for one that kind of stands on its own, man. And it could definitely be seen as somewhat of a Be Kind rewind, but it's going to be our Take Two for this week. We're talking about a Charlie Brown Christmas, man, which could honestly be seen as one of our Be Kind rewinds, but we wanted to dedicate this particular segment to this very impactful holiday special, man, which aired 60 years ago during this time, December 9th, at this time, man.
Yeah, man. 60 years of this classic movie, man. And you know, this was the first animated film dealing with the Peanuts comic books. I mean, the comic series from Peanuts, you
It's
know, Charles Schwartz or whatever, man. So this was the first one. And it was only 25 minutes, but it was very impactful.
very impactful. It's crazy to think about. And a lot of the stuff that they did in that particular Christmas special, man, I mean, it's still, it blows my mind, man, that they did this at that particular time.
Yeah, man.
So as we said, man, this year marks 60 years since the Charlie Brown Christmas first aired back in 1965. And 6 decades later, it still hits just as hard, probably even harder today, man. The wild thing about this special is that it almost didn't work by the traditional TV standards of the time. Because when you look at it, there was no laugh track, kids doing the voice acting. There was some very, very great jazz music that was used instead. Because, you know, I love watching Schroeder play that piano, man, and watching the Peanuts gang dance. And I mean, it was just such a great, the music score was just so great, man.
Oh yeah, man. You know, even the opening theme song for this movie was you know, Christmas Time Is Here.
Oh, man.
That is always a great one, man. And then also with their closing song, and it was "Hark the Herald Angels Sing."
Yes.
Yeah, man. So I mean,
Everything
just
from it.
about it, man, takes me back to sitting in front of the. Now I wasn't there in 1965.
But I mean, we've all watched it because it's still, again, it's 60 years later. They're still showing
Yeah,
it today.
that's right.
Although it's moved from CBS TV, it is now playing on Apple TV.
Yeah,
Apple bought the rights a few years back, and so now you can, if you want to watch it, you have to watch it on Apple TV. But it still hits just as hard today, man. You know, if you look at it by today's standards, it was definitely a huge risk at that time because remember the scene when Linus stepped up and straight up read scripture on national television
yes,
when he was talking about the birth of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. You
yeah,
know, it was just wow. I mean, I get chills just at that particular scene right now, just thinking
same
about
here,
it, man.
same here, man. Yeah,
But at its core, Charlie Brown Christmas it wasn't nothing flashy. It was quiet, it was honest. It was just one of those things that just gives you a special feeling when you look at it, man. Because like when you look at it, Charlie Brown was very much ahead of his time, because when the holiday season hit, he was feeling a little bit depressed, man. I don't know if you remember, but he was feeling a little bit depressed because he was thinking that Christmas had gotten too commercial,
That's right.
and he was trying to figure out what the meaning of Christmas was all about. And of course, he had this back and forth with Lucy that carried on throughout the years of watching Charlie Brown specials. And so he had a conversation with her, and they were putting together a Christmas play, and everything, like, he just thought that everything was so commercial.
That's right. Yeah, man. And even today, with that particular theme, as far as Christmas being too commercial, what do you think? Do you think that could go off today, as far as that being a main focus in a Christmas special, especially with all the things, man, people are, I mean, shopping during Christmas time, man, is ridiculous.
It's
You got the Black Friday sales that now, they're not just on that one Friday after Thanksgiving.
right.
They last for almost 2 weeks
Yeah.
because of how much people are buying and getting ready for Christmas. And then you have those Christmas sales that come up. Do you think that, having that type of theme on a show now would play well during this time of year?
I mean, it's even more so now. And I honestly think so. But I mean, you got to think about it. This was coming from a kid.
Yeah.
This was coming from a kid. So I think that's what made it work so well, because you
Yeah.
have a kid who was saying that Christmas has gotten too commercial,
Yeah.
and even his own dog was
Yeah.
doing the same thing. So it was just such a great special, man. One of my favorite parts was when they're doing the play, and they asked Charlie Brown, like, I think Lucy asked Charlie Brown to be the director, maybe that would help to lift his spirits up. So, he's trying to get them to I guess, really get into the play and just, be professional about it as kids,
Yeah.
and then what do they start doing? They start playing, the jazz music, man.
The jazz
Schroeder
music.
jumps on the piano and starts playing, and then they all start dancing and stuff, man. I mean, that was like one of my favorite parts, man.
Oh yeah. Now the dancing on any Charlie Brown was so funny, man.
Man,
I don't know what those dance moves were.
one of them was doing the Running Man.
Yeah.
But such a great play. Such a great Christmas special, man. And then, you know, they tell Charlie Brown that maybe he should go pick a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
And so he goes out and he grabs like the most pitiful Christmas tree you've ever seen,
Sure.
or whatever, and he takes it back, and they're expecting something. They said something aluminum or whatever. They just wanted like something that was really flashy, and he brought back what he thought was a beautiful tree to him, right?
Yeah.
And so he brings in the tree, and this is also one of my favorite parts. I think it was Lucy or one of the other kids said something like, they looked at the tree and said, "Boy, you stupid, Charlie Brown." Man, I was weak. I was like, man, why they doing poor Charlie Brown like that, man?
Man.
Even his
Charlie
own dog was laughing, man.
Yeah.
And Charlie Brown was like man's best friend, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, so special. But then he took the tree, and well, before that, that's what the part where he said, "Does anyone really know what Christmas means?" And that's when Lana stepped up, and he said, "I know what it means." And then he did his monologue, reading scripture on the stage,
Yeah.
quoting scripture on the stage, talking about the
Yeah.
birth of Jesus. And just such a special moment. And then after that, Charlie Brown takes the tree, and he goes. He sees that Snoopy won like first place for best decorations of a doghouse, and he sets the tree up close to it. He puts the ornament on the tree, and the tree
Yeah.
just crumbles.
Just crumb.
And he kind of loses it. And then Lana shows up, and he was like, "I didn't think it was like such a bad little tree. All it needed was a little love." He puts his little blanket around it. Then everyone else comes and they decorate the tree. And then the tree is beautiful, man. Then that's the part that you were just talking about earlier, man, where they all start singing "Hark the Herald Angels Sing," man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
man, it was definitely, I think, ahead of his time. Great classic, man, that still resonates and hits hard today. And man, that music by Vince Guaraldi, the score, man, it was so amazing. The jazz piano alone, it carried a lot of the emotion. There was, I mean, the storytelling in this thing was just amazing. The music really just added to the story of Charlie Brown and everything that they did in the Christmas special.
So yeah, man, Bruce. This movie right here, man, is definitely one of our favorites, and we felt that it needed its own spotlight, and so that's why we wanted to share it today, man, because it is such a classic. People love Charlie Brown
Yes.
and a Charlie Brown Christmas. So, man, we just wanted to take that little time to share that with you. And if you have not watched it so far this Christmas season, please go and do it. Like Bruce said, it's on Apple TV. So please go to Apple TV. I hate it's not on CBS
Me
anymore,
too,
man.
man. I
That was
used to look forward to watching this come on TBS, man. And you used to get those special animations that would open it up, and then it comes on, and like again that music, and then just the overall feeling that you got from watching Charlie Brown, man. It was just so
yeah,
great to
man. Yeah.
watch, man.
So man, this was an amazing take two. Like you said, it could have been a Be Kind Rewind, but it was an amazing take two, man. Charlie Brown Christmas. So again, if you haven't watched it so far this Christmas season, please go and do so. So hey
Y-
Bruce, man, that is take two.
Yeah, man, and that's why Charlie Brown is so special, man. So like 60 years later, you know, it just comes off as like very authentic and has so much heart to it, and that's why 60 years later we're still watching it today, man.
Yes.
But before we move on to our main topic, man, let me ask you this.
Okay.
Last week, again, in take two, we talked about some of our holiday favorites, and we wanted to dedicate this time to Charlie Brown because we felt that it deserved its own, special segment, and that's why we did it in this week's take two. But is
Yeah.
there another hidden gem that people may not have seen, but you hold close, or you think that it's a really great special? And it could be TV or film or whatever you think our audience would enjoy watching. Or we can save it for next week for our Christmas special.
Man, let me see. There are so many different Christmas specials or movies or TV shows that I love, man, because this is my favorite time of the year.
Same.
But one of my favorite films dealing with Christmas came out in 2013, The Black Nativity, which was based on the Langston Hughes play, which stars Forrest Whitaker, Angela Bassett, Mary J. Blige, Luke James, Jacob Lattimore, Tyrese is in this movie, man. So that's one that I'm not sure if people truly remember that particular movie, since it came out in 2013, and it's not one that may be on everybody's Christmas list to watch, but that is one. That's one that I like. But we'll talk about some more,
Oh yeah.
on the next show. We're gonna really get deep into it with that one, man. But yeah, Black Nativity, 2013. That's one of my favorites.
Good deal. I got a couple too, but again, like you said, I'm gonna save mine for next week. But yeah, man, thank you for sharing that, Johnny, man. And next we're gonna get into it with our main topic for this week, man, coming up next.
Here we go.
Man, Johnny, all right. So here we are with our main topic today, man. And our main topic, man. So we talked a little bit earlier in the show about Avatar hitting this week, but along with it, man, it's been rumored and very heavily rumored that the new Avengers Doomsday trailer will be dropping, or the first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday will be dropping this week, man. And it's got a lot of buzz, man. Man, I don't know, man. Like, but we'll be talking about like some of the things like that can be expected, man, uh,
Yes,
from this trailer, man. Like, what are some of the things that you hope to see in this trailer, man?
man. I don't know, man. It's Avengers, man. It's that movie, man. That always keeps you guessing. Always, you're always trying to figure out which way the storyline is about to go at any given point. So for me, man, I'm just excited to see the trailer. There's nothing in particular that I want to see or I'm expecting to see. I just want to see what this movie is about to be
Yeah.
about.
Now, although this film is a year away because it'll be coming out
Yeah.
next December, around this time, there's a lot on the line, man. I think it has to knock everything out of the park, man,
Oh,
because
it's gonna have to.
we've talked about it before with the downward trend that a lot of Marvel projects have been on recently, man. They need a massive hit, man.
Yes, they do.
And this is one of those projects that, I mean, it has to do well, man. So this trailer
Oh
is
yeah.
very, very important for Marvel, man.
Oh yeah. And then to be putting it out during this time a year in advance,
Yes.
that's setting a tone,
But they need
to
it. They need it. I mean, because you look at it, man. This year, with Fantastic Four and which was actually a good film,
yeah.
but with the Thunderbolts and not performing well at the box office,
God.
man. And then a lot of their Marvel TV projects not doing that well, man. It's just
Yeah.
they need something. They need a big hit, man, and this has to come in and, like I said, knock it out the park, man. One
Oh
of
yeah.
the things that has been thrown out there is like there will be four teams in this particular film, and I think they said the Avengers with Sam Wilson's Avengers or the new Captain America's Avengers. There will be a team of the Thunderbolts or the new Avengers, as they were called at the end of the
Yeah.
film. Then there will be another team with the X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have a team. So this will be our first look or glimpse at the X-Men in the MCU. And there will be another team with the Wakandans. So it'll be a team of Shuri, I think M'Baka and M'Baku. I'm sorry, M'Baku and Namor will all be
Yes.
the Wakandan team. So four different teams of I guess for this lineup, man. And I mean, it's one of those things we really don't know. All we know is that Doctor Doom plays a major role in the film. And did I say the Fantastic Four? I don't think I said the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, or did I?
Did you? I think you did.
Okay, well, if I
You
did,
did
well,
not.
the
Yeah.
Fantastic Four, of course, they will be another one of those teams. But Doctor Doom plays a major role, and I believe Franklin Richards, Sue and Reed Richards' son, plays a major role in this film, man. And man, it's gonna be interesting. And I don't know if you saw this or not, but Loki is actually back for this one as well.
Actually back. Yeah.
Yeah, and I believe he was part of the Avengers squad with Thor
Yeah.
and Sam Wilson's Falcon and their whole squad, man. So I don't know, man. This is gonna
Man.
be a pretty big film, man. And then the idea of having Robert Downey Jr. playing Victor Von Doom.
Mm.
So going from playing Tony Stark to Victor Von Doom, man, how does that play out? And what does that speak about the multiverse? Because I think the multiverse is at the forefront of these stories, man.
Yeah, man. And you've been hearing the different rumors of, Tony Stark's character always supposed to have been Victor Von Doom, and because of the multiverse and things, they took him and placed him with the Stark family, but he was always supposed to be Doom, So we just don't know. We don't know, and like I said earlier, man, for this to be coming out a year in advance, it's gonna have to hit hard.
Yes.
As this first teaser trailer for this movie, it's gonna have to hit real hard to have everybody talking about it and anticipating this movie even more for a whole year to come.
A whole year. And I mean, it's different type of advertising too, because generally these days when you see a trailer, it's because it's online. They put it online
Yeah,
first and then you might see it at the theater. But this is going back to the old school when the only way you could see a trailer was going to the theater to
was
actually
going
see
to
it.
the theater.
And to put it in front of a movie like Avatar Fire and Ash, where there will be a lot of eyes on it, man, Disney knows exactly what they're doing with this,
Yeah,
man.
they know what they're doing. They just gotta execute it, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the key, execution, man. So, and I ask you this, but like, what do you think we will see in this trailer, man?
Man, it's gonna be a lot, and like I said, I don't know exactly what we're gonna see, but hopefully, even after thinking about it, hopefully we'll definitely get a good glimpse of what Doom is gonna be in this movie. You know, as far as his role and everything, and hopefully, um, I don't know, we may even see some kind of conflict between the teams. Having
I
four
think
different
I
teams.
think that's gonna be one of the key
I
issues.
think that's gonna be a huge part of this movie, man.
Yeah.
To have these teams supposedly be one, but each team is trying to accomplish the same goal. I think there's going to be some conflicts between them.
Yeah, because I think there's already some conflict between the Avengers squad that Sam Wilson has and then the Thunderbolts new Avengers team, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's going to be something to see.
Man, how exciting will it be to see the X-Men in the MCU, man? The
That
original
there,
X-Men.
the original X-Men in the MCU, that's going to take the cake there for me, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, because out of all of these characters, I want to say X-Men are probably my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and so to see the X-Men, man, they're gonna really up the bar. They're gonna people try. They're gonna make them bring their A game. The X-Men gonna really make them bring their A game.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, do you think there's a chance we'll see Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield back in one of these films, man?
I hope so. I hope we see some Spider-Man somewhere, man.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Now you might see
Yeah,
Spider-Man, but it's probably going to be Tom Holland, of course. But do you
yeah.
think
But I'm
we'll see
saying,
Tobey
as far as
Maguire?
hopefully, we'll
Okay.
we'll get to see those characters, the Tobey Maguire. Hopefully. Now that's who I would definitely love to see.
Yeah. Now here's a question, man, because like we've gotten some comments on our podcast channel asking about one particular character. A lot of people are asking, and we've had this discussion before, but about Jonathan Majors' Kang the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror.
What are the chances that we see? And this is it's all about the multiverse. So there are a number of different characters that you can bring in for this. There can be different characters of not only Kang but different Spider-Man. There could potentially be a new Black Panther.
Yes.
T'Challa himself, not T'Challa Jr., but I'm talking about T'Challa.
But T'Challa, yeah.
You know how I feel about that. But
Oh yeah. I know.
but let me ask you this. What are the chances that we will see Jonathan Majors Kang the Conqueror in this film?
I think, honestly, if in this trailer, Kang the Conqueror is in the trailer, I believe the theaters will erupt.
I don't
I
know if
think
I don't know if they'll show that in the teaser trailer though. I think
you
that's
don't think
something they
so,
would save for the film.
man. But well, if they did,
I think
I
they would save that for the
the
film.
theaters
It's kind
would go crazy.
to me that's kind of like not spoiling that the Red Skull was in Infinity War.
Okay.
Because had we not seen it in the trailer, then it's like it kind of spoils what happens in that particular scene. But I could see it something like that. I don't think it would be a major role, but I could see him coming back and kind of closing out that character's story.
True.
Maybe Doom has something that like maybe he takes some technology from Kang that helps him to travel throughout the multiverse. I don't know what it is, but I can see Doom playing a major role in something that Kang probably started. I don't know. Because the film was originally supposed to be Kang Dynasty or something like that before they shifted and went with Avengers Doomsday. So I don't know, man. But I do feel that we will see Jonathan Majors return in some kind of way as Kang the Conqueror. I just don't know how big of a role it would be. But one of my last questions for you, man, and I just asked you about this a little bit earlier too. What are the chances that we see a new Black Panther, and not necessarily a new Black Panther, but a different version of
A different version of
T'Challa Black Panther in this film?
now that there, and you already know who we both feel would be the perfect person for this particular character.
Damson
To see
Idris,
him, yeah, to see him in this, in the trailer or even in the movie, it's gonna be spectacular.
man.
You know, to have Black Panther T'Challa come back, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah,
It's gonna be amazing.
man. One last question, man. Robert Downey Jr. is Doom, man. What are you hoping to see from this character, man?
Man, I don't know, because Doom could take him out.
Man,
He could take them all out, man.
Here's the thing. When you come off of Avengers Endgame, I mean, it was hard. It was hard coming off of that and building a villain to be as big of a threat as Thanos.
Yeah.
Because Thanos was like the end all be all. You know, this man,
right.
he already eliminated over half of the universe. Right? And so the introduction of Kang, they didn't necessarily do the character justice. Right?
That's right.
And it was no fault of Jonathan Majors or anything, not even dealing with his legal issues. I think it was just something they had to shift because they failed the character in how they introduced him. They introduced him in a TV show, and then you put him in a film and he loses to Ant-Man. I can't stress that enough. He lost to Ant-Man, and you expect us to believe that this character can take on all of the Avengers. Okay.
Yeah.
After they've taken on Thanos. Okay. So I think they had to shift. But I think there's a way that they can bring Kang back to, you know, as a send-off, you know, kind of showcase who he is and send him off in style, as well as showing what a threat Dr. Doom is. But how do they set Dr. Doom up to show that he's a threat? If you remember in Infinity War, they set Thanos up perfectly by having him take out the Hulk. And I mean, he took him out in like record fashion, you know.
So they're going to have him kill Kang.
Whoo, man, potentially. Like, here's my theory. It's either he takes out Kang or he takes out a different version of Thanos.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, like, what better way to show what a threat this guy is than to have him take out one of those two, or maybe both.
Yeah, or maybe both. He takes out both of them.
Yeah, maybe both, man. But I don't know, man. But look, what do you guys think, man? Are you guys as excited as we are to see this new teaser trailer for the Avengers Doomsday, as well as seeing the new Avatar film, man? If you guys are, let us know your thoughts. What are your theories? Like, please send us an email, leave your thoughts in the comments, and let us know what you guys think.
That's right.
Yeah, man, that was a great main topic, man. Man, I'm interested to see kind of, you know, what this trailer does, man, or if the trailer even drops, man, like they say. But, man, so now we're getting into it, man. So you had a question for me earlier, man. Can you repeat our question of the day, trivia question of the day, Johnny?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna repeat it for you so you can cheat again.
Man, I don't cheat, man.
Whatever. You do something. You do something. But all right, here we go. So we're talking about Best Man Holiday. So during the gift exchange scene in Best Man Holiday, what specific item does Harper give to Mia that quietly mirrors the moment from the Best Man?
You said what gift?
Yeah, what gift?
It wasn't a hug and a kiss on the forehead, was it?
Is that your answer?
Nah, say what?
Is that your answer?
No, what was it?
No, is that your answer? Yes or no? Before I give you the answer.
Yeah, that's my answer then.
Wrong. I knew I was going to get you today. So no, he gave her a handwritten letter.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He did. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
He gave her a handwritten letter.
I forgot about that.
I bet Mo would have got that answer.
You said what? It was from what? The Best Man Holiday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I might have missed that one down.
So, man, we're about to get into it. But before we get into it, man, with our Be Kind Rewind, man, we got a special guest in the house, man. We have Maurice Delane, who we affectionately call Big Mo, man. Big Mo, what's going on, man?
What's going on?
Man, we can't call it, man. Mo specifically requested that if we ever talked about the Best Man Holiday, that he had to come on the show, man. So, man, Mo, we appreciate you joining us on the show today, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. So, man, Johnny, it's your favorite segment. I love this segment. So let's go ahead and get into it with this week's
Be Kind Rewind.
Be Kind Rewind videos. Alcock.
Man, so Johnny, this is one of our favorite holiday classics and holiday like just favorite films. Period, man. Best Man Holiday, man.
Oh yeah, I can watch the Best Man Holiday any time of the year.
Same here. And for those who don't know, Best Man Holiday is a sequel to the original 1999 film The Best Man, starring Taye Diggs and Morris Chestnut. It's the film. The Best Man is the film that made Terrence Howard a star and put him on
Yes.
everybody's map, man. And just like such a great cast. Nia Long was in it. Just a number like again, such a great cast, man.
Yeah, man. It was a great movie, man. Great cast. I mean, like you say, man, the original came out in 1999. It took them 14 years,
14 years.
14 years, man, to give us this one, and it became a classic, instant classic, man. And people talk about this movie all the time. Very heartfelt. Excuse me. A lot of funny moments in this movie,
Yeah.
man. But then it takes that turn, that twist, and it really hits you in your heart, and it makes you appreciate your family and your friends,
Yes.
your loved ones, man. So it shows you those ups and downs that people go through. But then again, man, it's all about family and love.
Yes, and I remember, and Mo, you and I've had this discussion, like
Mm-hmm.
when they first announced the Best Man Holiday, because you and I were like huge fans of the original Best Man, and I remember when they announced this one after 14 years, one of the things that I kept saying was like, man, I don't know why they're doing this. It's been 14 years. The first one was a classic. Just leave it alone. I don't know why they're doing this. That was like one of the things that I kept saying.
Yep.
And then after watching the film, I never questioned that again. Like whenever, there was a film that would come out like 14, 15, 20 years later, I just said, you know what? I will watch it and, I'll give it a shot because they proved me wrong. And one of the things about this particular film is that where the first one was a comedy, it was a rom-com that had moments of drama. This one was like a drama that had moments of comedy. It was like
That's
a
right.
complete switch, but it was such a great and powerful film, man, and had some great themes of friendship and brotherhood, and just like Johnny said, man, just a lot of heart to this film, man.
Yeah, man, a lot of heart to this film, man. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. We got Mo here with us today. So Mo, we're gonna let you, as our special guest, we're gonna let you explain this movie to our audience. So take it away.
Well, I'm gonna go backwards on this one. We men, we strong, but which one of y'all cried on the funeral scene?
Man, I ain't gonna. My sinus were acting up just a little bit, man. They
Mine
were
was
acting up
too.
just a little
And
bit.
this lady in the movies was crying like we was at the
Those-
funeral for real. I was like, nah, I'm good now. But you look at that, man, that's true boy. Regardless
Yeah.
of what happened,
Yeah.
with the whole situation and everything from the first movie, Hop still had his back because Mia asked him to.
Yeah.
She asked him to promise to do that, and he did that.
Yeah.
Now, what was funny when Lance told me, I got my around the vagina, that part, and I was like, wow. But, you look at it, man, character started to come out a little bit more.
Yeah.
Terrence Howard got big, man, just being Terrence Howard through the whole movie.
Yeah.
Uh,
Q was like the comic relief of the film, man. Because
Yeah.
every time a scene would get too heavy, he would always say or do something that always kind of lightened the mood, man.
Yes,
And
yes.
I think that was the best thing about Q. And the way that this film was done, like Malcolm Lee did such a great job in balancing, the heavy scenes with the lightheartedness of the film, man. It was such a great balance, man, because there were moments like when it would get very heavy, but then there would be something that happens. Like, say for instance, like when it was discovered by Jordan and Shelby that Mia was sick when she was trying to hang the ornament on the tree, and that was such a heavy moment. But then they cut to Terrence Howard and Murch out on the football
Oh,
field,
yeah,
and
he
they're
threw the
still
ball
kind
at
of
him.
fighting.
Yeah.
It was just little moments like that, man.
then Merce got himself in trouble, said, that what you say to your clients?
Oh man,
I was like, no, brother, don't do that. That's your wife, man.
so much, man.
But then Terrence Howard didn't make it no better in the back of the truck. He said, $1 million baby. So
So-
he was like, if y'all need some money, you can show them put candy in that box. I was like, man.
And so let's do this, Johnny. So for those who may not have seen the original Best Man, can you give them a brief synopsis of what happened in that film leading up to Best Man Holiday?
Oh my God. Okay, so in the original movie, Harper writes a book, and the
Harper is
book
a writer. He's a writer.
Harper is a writer. The book becomes a bestseller, and now Lance and Mia are about to get married, and the whole gang is getting back together.
Lance
for the
Sullivan
wedding.
is a football player. He's a professional football player, and Harper Stewart and he are best friends, along with
Yeah.
Murch, played by Harold Perrineau, and Quentin, played by Terrence Howard. And so,
So
sorry.
they all get back together. It's been some years since they've all had the opportunity to be together, and they're all getting together for this special moment of Lance's and Mia's wedding. And also, on the heels of that, Harper's book is getting ready to come out. So he's getting back with the gang. He's getting ready to do an interview with his ex-girlfriend. And so,
well, they actually weren't boyfriend and
well,
girlfriend. They were
yeah,
best
never
friends,
became.
but they always had that kind of will they won't they kind of thing.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Stevie Wonder CD messed
that.
him up.
Yeah, that Stevie Wonder skipping, man, that messed
Yeah,
him
man.
up.
Yeah, they had that will we won't we relationship type
Mm-hmm.
thing. Will we get together or won't we get together?
Yes.
So he was there to also do an interview, and everybody has had the opportunity to read this book that he did not want anyone to read until after the wedding. He wanted it to, I don't know why he wanted it to be a wedding gift to Lance and Mia, knowing that these people are so smart that they will figure out everything that he was talking about in this book. So it was supposed to be where people thought that it was him and Jordan that they were talking about that he was talking about in the book, but it was actually him and Mia who had this encounter while her and Lance were on well, I don't even know if they were on a break. I think she had just found out that he had cheated on her, and she confided in, yeah, multiple times, and she had forgiven him. But this one particular time, I think it was just the straw that broke the camel's back. And yeah, and then yeah, well, I'm not gonna say what I want to say because the straw broke the camel's back, and then Harper,
It was
you
them
know,
twins Lance got in trouble with up in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it was the twins,
yeah,
man. It was the twins, man.
yeah.
And
So
Harp,
Harper obliged her with more than a forehead kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
yeah,
And so Lance finds out. He beats the crap out of Harper,
yep.
calls off the wedding.
He almost got thrown from a building.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
he
dude said,
did.
ooh, that
Almost
fool
got
about to
thrown off
fall.
the building. If karma don't come back that bad,
Yeah.
but hey,
Hey,
that's Quentin. That's Quentin for you.
that's Quinn.
So Lance calls off the wedding, and then Harper's character is also that one who doesn't believe in God or a higher power.
Right.
But Lance is very, very into his faith.
Yes, he is.
And so, in order for Harper to get them back together, he actually tells Lance to pray with him,
He does.
and they pray together, and you know Lance calls the wedding back on, but in the midst of the ceremony, he's having these flashes of what he perceives to be Harper and Mia together in those tender moments. And then as we move into the Best Man holiday, it actually opens up with the end of the first movie, showing you some flashbacks of when Harper uh, when Harper asked his wife to marry
Yeah.
him.
Robin, who is his
Robin,
wife,
yeah, it's
who
his wife.
who played a huge role in kind of bringing everything back together and
Yeah,
helping Harper to mend his relationship with Lance, just to get him to that aisle, get him to
yeah.
the church.
Yes, and then it shows you that flash scene of Terrence Howard's character Q waking up in the bed with Murch's old girlfriend Shelby,
Yes.
and then
And one thing we didn't mention is that like at the everything that took place between Harper and Lance when Lance found out about him and Mia happened at a bachelor party
at the
for him.
bachelor party.
And at this bachelor party was when Murch met who would become his future wife, Candace,
Candace, that's right.
who was one of the dancers
Yeah, dancers.
at
That's how
this
you put
bachelor
it.
party,
Yeah, one of the dancers
played
at
by
the bachelor.
Regina Hall.
That's right. That's right, man. So that leads us into where we are now, into today's Be Kind Rewind of the Best Man Holiday. Everybody's getting back together for the holidays, and as you said, as you and Mo said a little earlier, this is where our story takes place, and we find out that Mia is sick. We see that Harper has in a drought when it comes to writing his next book, and people are just trying to figure out life. They're still trying to figure out life years later after getting married, having children, starting businesses, having successful careers, but they're still trying to figure it out.
That's
Still
right.
trying to figure it out, and they come back together to have those moments.
And the reason they come back together is because Mia has reached out to all of her closest friends, um, just to gather them back together. It's been so long since they've all talked, and then at this point, Harp and Lance's relationship is just kind of strained. They haven't
Yeah,
talked for years, and so she wants everyone to get together for the holidays.
yeah,
And Harper is a little apprehensive at first, but he soon kind of talked into it. And one of his main motivations is that, like you said, Johnny, he hasn't had a hit in years. His money is kind of running low.
Got fired from NYU.
That's right. He got fired from NYU, so a lot of
yeah,
things are going wrong for him at this point. And so what he does is he decides the thought is thrown out there that he should potentially do a autobiography for Lance, right? Write
that's right.
Lance's autobiography. And so that is part of his motivation for going to this Christmas gathering.
Yeah, man. Harper's that dude. He could never just be straight up
Yeah.
and say what he needed, man. He's that one friend that I don't know if it's the fact that he wanted to be reserved and to himself and not share so much of what's going on, or what it could have been with Harper, man. But he's that one friend that you have to, I guess, put on your kid gloves with him at
Yeah.
times.
Cause he broke down to Quinn at the church.
Yeah.
Quinn was
Yeah,
like, "Hey Joe, tell us what's wrong. You was trying to sell your best friend out for a book. Your money ain't good. You got low sperm count. No, I ain't got no low sperm count." And then Q was like, "Hey man, we your friends.
Yeah.
We this and that." Then Q, he'll come to comedy side. Do
Yeah.
one
yeah,
thing for me. Call me daddy. So, you need a friend like that, man, that gonna understand what you going through, but at the same time gonna make you laugh at the same time.
And that's the
yeah,
thing. Q always knew when something was going on with Harper. He could read him like a book,
yeah,
because he knew that something was going on. Like even when they went out, because I think not Harper, but Harper's wife, Robin, she was like this chef. She could
Yeah.
cook and all this kind of stuff. And she was pregnant. She was not like almost 9 months pregnant,
Yeah.
close to having their child. And they had lost a child before, had tried before and lost a child. And so she was supposed to be preparing a meal, and he was kind of upset because he was like, "You should be resting. You shouldn't be trying to do all this. This is a lot to cook." But she was like, "I'm fine, Harper." So she sent him out to go gather some groceries, and in the process of doing that, his car was declined. And Quentin, I think, ended up having to pay for it. And he was like, "Man," he was like, "You all right, Joe?" And he was like, "Yeah, man. This thing's just been happening. I'm gonna have to call and see what's going on." He was like, "Man, you sure you good?" And he just gave him this look, like he knew something was going on, but he just never really said it, man. And so that moment, one of the standout moments for me was when he was talking to Harper, like Mo was just talking about, and he was just like, "Man, look, man, we worried about you, man." And he was
yeah.
like, "You need some money," And then he didn't even say nothing. Just that one tear came down the eye,
That one,
and
yeah,
he was like, "Man, we got you, man." Then he was just like, just one time, like Mo said, just call my dad.
Dad. Yeah.
He like, come on, Joe, let's go home. Man, Terrence Howard he just played that role so well,
Then
man.
the serious
Yes,
part,
he
you
is.
seen the Terrence Howard when it was everybody cried
Oh,
at
man.
Mia
Yeah.
funeral. And then what was heart wrenching to see the little girl that he didn't know that was gonna be his daughter later on, get up and go in there and dap his tears, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so many moments. Even the moment with Terrence Howard or Q and Mia, again after everyone has discovered how sick she is and that she only has so many days to live, and that's the reason why she invited them all to this holiday gathering, just to be able to say goodbye to them. And it was one of those things they hadn't accepted. And one thing that she really wanted was she knew that Lance was going to need someone to be there for him. And she really wanted to mend that relationship between him and Harper. And so that was like one of the last things she wanted to do, because like they had a strained relationship. But at the end of the day, they were still brothers, man, despite everything. And
Yeah, I think the handshake at the end when Hop was like, thank for the baby clothes.
man,
He was like, I don't know what he's doing up there, but hey, you got a better connection with him.
Man.
He was like, you're a better man. Then Lance just took his hand out and embraced it.
yeah.
That right there knew that the
But see,
friendship.
what got me though was like Harper, he reached his hand out to shake his hand, and then Lance
hugged
just
him.
grabbed him and hugged him. Man, that scene right there,
That'll do it for you.
man, it just showed that they were like brothers at the end of the day. Or even like when all the guys found out when Lance was at practice that Mia was sick, and man, they just
They
hugged him.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, man, just so many great scenes, man. The acting in the film was phenomenal, man. And this was a film that really touched on the spirit of the holiday. Everything from the music, like and again the acting, and just everything was it was just a very, very special movie, man. How when Lance was watching them, lay the final dirt on Mia's grave, and then he starts breaking down, and Harper just goes and he grabs him, and he falls down on the ground with him and holds him, man. It's just like, man, there's just so much about this film, man. Even like when and even like with the funny moments, man, because Harper was going through it in this entire film, man. Lance was letting Harp have it,
when
man.
they first
all
got
throughout.
there. Yeah.
When they first arrived, man, he's letting Harp have it, man.
I'm gonna tell you what else was funny to me when Shelby and Candace got to fight.
Man.
That was funny, man, and everybody
And
was
what
just trying
about
to.
that dinner scene when they first got together at the house, and Jordan showed up with her new boyfriend, and
Yes.
Robin was still feeling a little intimidated by her, and then you got Merch sitting there. He didn't just really found out
What Candy did.
that video of Candace.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now he's going through his thing, and they're all sitting at the dinner table together, man, and it's crazy. That was a crazy scene.
It is, man, but this is definitely a standout holiday film, man. Definitely worth a watch and a rewatch. It's become a Christmas tradition to watch it around here for me.
Me too.
One of those things I have to watch every Christmas holiday season, man. And man, something I'll share real quick, man. Like this movie got me through a lot of dark days, man. There was a time when I was going through a lot of stuff. And, one thing that this film did for me was like, I just watched it and it just gave me hope. You know what I mean? Like that. And it made me smile, even though it has like some very sad moments, like the film made me smile and feel better about situations. Like no matter how bad things can get, like it can always, it's going to be okay at the end of the day. And especially when you have family and friends that are there for you, man. It just, it really touches on that, man. And really talks about like, friendship, brotherhood and family, man.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean,
brotherhood is
15 years is a long time for you not to talk to nobody and be mad at somebody for a long time.
Yeah.
But I look at the fact that's how, in real life, that's how God works though, man. And bring people back together that way, man. It took his wife to like, hey, y'all need to come on, let's do this, let's get together. They even did the talent show.
Yeah.
They did.
That was one of my favorite scenes.
It was, man. It was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you one of my favorite lines, man. And it hit, man. It was like the scene where Lance found out that Hart was trying to do a kind of almost like go behind his back and do an autobiography. And it's the scene where they start to talk because Mia wanted them to talk. And so Harp's just telling them everything that's been going on. And you know, he's trying to convince him that he should play in the game. Mia wants him to play, but he doesn't want to go play because he wants to be there with her. You know, and he has an opportunity to break the all-time become the all-time leading Russian leader in the NFL, but he's decided that he's not going to play. And Harper says, like, man, you know, you should do it. You know, you should, you know, Mia wants you to play. And then he said, he asked him, he was like, did you pray about it? He was like, nah. And then when Harper said this line right here, he said, man, you should ask him. He said, he listens to you. Man, like it was like, man, and then it was just the expression on his face and the way he looked, man. It was like, man, that the acting in that particular scene, man, and just the emotion. Like I really felt where he was like that character was coming from at that moment, man. He was like, man, you should ask him. He listens to you, or whatever. Like it was like, despite everything, like he just knew that was one thing that L, who we called him Lance, needed to do. He needed to pray about it. But I just felt that emotion from Harp at that moment, man.
But you gotta think about Harp said, yeah, you playing for all of us. You know, no, not me, but you know, Mia, LJ, you know. But yeah, that was an embracing moment because Harp was like, I'm glad I came, you know, and this and that.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lance looked at him like, you gotta be for real.
Yeah.
But like I say, man, they rekindled their relationship, man, with each other.
That's right.
Yeah. Some good stuff.
Now, Mo, I had asked Bruce this at the beginning of the show when we mentioned that this was going to be our Be Kind of Rewind. Now, who was your favorite character?
Man, Terrence Howard.
Yeah.
Q.
Yeah.
That was my favorite character. The second would be Harp. Because, you know, Harp had his moments, you know, but Terrence Howard actually made the movie.
Definitely.
You know, both.
Definitely. Now, before
the
we
first
go,
one and the Holiday too as well.
Yeah.
And then the sequel too. If you look at the sequel to it, he made that too.
Yeah. Q was definitely a standout, and this is the role that made Terrence Howard a star.
Definitely.
It's the role that made him a star.
Now the scene when Merch actually shows Q the video right before Candace walks into the bedroom, and then you know Candace asked to see his phone, and Merch is about to let her use his phone, and Terrence Howard took it and threw it on the floor and broke it, and then just walked out. And Merch is looking like, I don't know what's going on. You know, I don't know what happened right there.
And then she said, how much weed do he smoke?
Do not give your wife that phone with that video on there, man, of her. Do not do that.
Well, another one of my scenes that I liked was when they was downstairs playing pool.
Woo,
In
man.
the man cave.
Yeah.
And they had Jordan's new boyfriend
Down there.
Yeah.
And then, you know, Hart was being slick about the book when they were asking about what you know, think about legacy, this and that. And Hart was being slick. And that's how Lance said family. No,
God, family, football.
God, family, football. Hart said, you sure in that order? I said, yeah, he trying to get that book started. That's why he asked him. But, you know, Quentin had to be, you know, had to be Quentin.
Yeah.
And so, man, so that down there, then, you know, that part let you know that even though Jordan had a new guy, they bonded with him like that.
Yeah. Man, I like the part where you know, because they always knew they couldn't tell Merch anything because he was gonna tell it or whatever. He wasn't even trying to tell it or whatever. But like George's new boyfriend, he was like, "Man, I'm surprised she got past all you guys." And then they all started laughing, and then Merch was like, "Not that it wasn't an attempt though." Like, man,
really, Merch?
Like, really, I know, man.
Like, man, don't do that.
Exactly. And Merch was like, "Man, I ain't saying nothing, man."
He said, you know, you gotta be a kind of girl. That's a nice term to act like that, which was true though, you know. But Merch didn't keep that.
And that's when Quentin was like, "Man, I like him." Quentin was my guy, man. I love Quentin, man.
Yeah, man. But to ask you the question again, or to answer the question that I had asked earlier, this movie would be totally different. So, Bruce, when I asked you earlier, my original question was, you know, before the rewrites of this particular script, what character was supposed to die besides Mia?
Right.
And so it was actually gonna be Terrence Howard's character, Quentin.
Oh
They were thinking
no.
about him off in the movie versus Mia,
I
and
couldn't
then
even
the
see.
Nah, you
rewrite.
couldn't do
I
that,
couldn't see them
man.
taking it.
I don't, I don't see, the movie being the classic it is
Nah.
if that would have happened that way. Not saying that, Mia was the right one to die, but with that situation and plus the character of Quentin, I
But
think those
I think the
two
thing
elements,
with his character, you had to have him in there to keep that balance, because
yeah,
without him, it would have been too much one sided in terms of the like being like it, because it was a heavy movie,
Yeah.
and
yes, it
and you
was.
needed that balance, man. And he bought that. He was able to be serious when he needed to be, but like man, he would always bring that comic relief, man, and that was something that this film definitely needed, man.
Oh yeah, man, definitely need it, man.
Yep.
So man,
But
that's how you can. Oh, what you about to say?
oh
You
no,
about to say
I
something?
was about to say that, man. That's our Be Kind Rewind for this week, man. And I mean,
Yep.
it's such a classic for us, man. We all love this film. If you haven't watched The Best Man Holiday, do yourselves a favor, watch it this holiday season, or even the sequels. Like they had a series that came out on Peacock, Best Man
Yeah.
Final Chapter. So if you
Yeah.
haven't watched that, do yourselves a favor and watch that as well. Because it dives even a little bit deeper into each character, man. Each character gets a chance to shine in that series,
That's right.
man. So do yourselves a favor and watch it, man. But
Yes, man.
man, that's
And
another
most
one in the books, Johnny.
Yeah, man, that's another one, man. That's the end of this show, man. We got just a couple more left for this year,
Yeah.
but that Christmas special, man, that's gonna be a great one.
Looking
And
forward to
Mo,
that one,
man,
man. We got some big stuff coming up on that one, man.
yeah,
But man, we thank you guys for joining us. But Johnny, tell the people how they can stay in contact with us, man.
yeah, man. So all y'all have to do is follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Um, you can follow us on Threads. You can follow us on YouTube. So all those areas, you can even email us. So if you have any suggestions or comments, please feel free to email us. Let us know how you think the show is going, how we're doing, what can we do to improve, or what else that you want to see from us. So follow us on all those social platforms and share us with your friends and family.
Yep. Man, and Mo, we'd like to thank our special guest, actually in studio with us today, Maurice Delane, Big Mo, man. Mo, thanks for joining us, man.
Appreciate y'all for having me, man.
Yes, sir. Is there anything you'd like to say to our audience, man?
Nah, just hey, y'all keep it the good work, man. This is it's a great thing that y'all doing, man. I'm impressed with what you're doing, and a lot of more of our black community need to see this.
Appreciate that.
Man. See young brother. Middle-aged brothers doing their thing.
Speak for
man.
yourself, man. Speak for yourself.
But seriously, man, all serious, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. God gonna continue to bless and be faithful to what you all doing with this, man. I hope this inspires some young man that's out there want to get in film and do stuff like this. Say, hey, I can do the podcast and stuff like that. So, like I said, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, we appreciate that, brother. Thank you.
Mo. Thank you.
Again, thank you for being on the show. Thank you guys for joining us on this edition of the 515 Real to Real podcast, man. And be sure to stay tuned. Stay tuned for next week when we come with our Christmas special, man. So,
That's right.
for myself and Johnny, we thank
That's
you
right.
guys for joining us on this week's edition, and we'll see you guys next week.
Peace.